Assalamualaikum guys, dan selamat bertemu kembali. Lama dah kita tak jumpa So saya sebenarnya dah lama tak di dalam bilik ni. So bilik saya pun dah jadi lain sebab dah lama sebab selepas saja habis PKP dan busy dengan job balik. So anyway, ini saya nak review sedikit Top Gun Maverick yang mana saya baru tonton dengan keluarga dan kawan saya beberapa hari lepas. So definitely for those yang berminat dengan aviation, especially dalam military, dan those yang lahir dan hidup dalam zaman 1986 Top Gun dulu, definitely akan menonton Top Gun Maverick ni, sebab bagi saya in terms of dia punya actionnya very packed dengan sebagai action movie. Personally untuk saya, in terms of dalam storyline dia, saya lebih minat dalam Top Gun 1986 sebabnya dia banyak fun, banyak joke, banyak sad story, dia banyak up and downs dalam Top Gun satu. Tapi in terms of the action dan in terms of the technological exposure kepada those yang minat tentang action type of movie, regardless knowing the technology or not, will be for sure I will say that you're going to enjoy it. So kalau those minta saya berapa bagi rating, overall saya akan bagi 9/10 for the Top Gun Maverick. So anyway, apa yang ada in Top Gun Maverick yang in terms of the technological advance yang been shared. First kali dalam movie tu started with the introduction of the SR-72 Death Star. So it is known also as the son of the SR-71 Blackbird. So for those yang in aviation, they knows this very well. SR-71 Blackbird adalah the fastest plane in the world, been developed way back in 1980s, the mid 1980s, Mark 3++, if not mistaken, nanti Mark 3.8. And those record tak been broken until now. SR-71 is considered the fastest plane in the world. So cuma dalam movie kali ni, the Death Star, which is SR-72, sebenarnya SR-72 adalah still not in service. So sama ada it is still under development, production, ataupun is masih theoretical. Tapi kalau tak silap saya dah baca-baca, it is still dah dalam development, tapi still in the research, in the secrecy. Cuma some of the nota yang saya baca, SR-72 basically is not supposed to be a main flight plane, but probably is going to be drone type of supersonic. Cuma dalam Top Gun Maverick, the SR-72 fly at Mach 10. I think the fastest capable research plane been achieved is only Mach 9. That is under the research plane, they call it XB-43. So XB-43, X stand for research. So ataupun X-43, that is the technology using the technology engine, they call it scramjet. Scramjet is the hypersonic category of plane. So it is not more supersonic. So anything that above Mach 5 is considered as hypersonic. So dalam rancangan tu, SR-72 fly at Mach 10, which is already hypersonic. So anyway, what is been featured dalam movie Top Gun Maverick ni adalah towards the end, you been dogfighting. So Tom Cruise will be dogfighting dengan the 5th generation Russian plane, which is Su-57. Alright, so that is the pinnacle ataupun the highlight of the dogfight. Then especially, and maybe surprisingly, Tom Cruise are fighting the Su-57 5th generation are using the 4th generation fighter plane, which is the F-14 Tomcat, which is of course the legend ataupun the main cast plane features dalam Top Gun 1986. Okay guys, this is the F-14 Tomcat. There were Mark 2.3 supersonic fighter plane developed way back in 1970s. dan ia adalah merupakan straight wing fighter. So kalau dalam tengok movie tersebut, you boleh nampak macam mana dia swing dia punya wing ni untuk supersonic, dan juga untuk high maneuver dia akan extended lah. Tapi once they want to have a supersonic, the wing will be swing back. So the F-14 actually is automatic function untuk swing back. Kalau the Russian MiG-23 dia manual swing. So pilot akan swing the wing manually once they reach the supersonic. So anyhow F-14 Tomcat ni dalam movie tu, tuan-tuan akan, siapa yang akan menonton, dia akan come back towards the end. Then of course Tom Cruise akan fly back this F-40 Tomcat, and then he will be fighting the most and the latest legend 5th generation Russian fighter, which is known as Su-57 Felon. So anyway, after 36 years, of course, Tomcat pun discontinued ataupun dah decommission sebab dah diganti dengan fighter-fighter yang baru. So dalam Top Gun Maverick, this time Tom Cruise will flying the F-18 Super Hornet. So Super Hornet also actually is not considerably the latest fighter in the naval arsenal. So basically the latest fighter in the naval arsenal by Navy adalah F-35. Tapi saya pernah nampak asal quite sometimes back, supposed to be F-35 yang digunakan untuk Top Gun Maverick, tapi somehow yang kita akan saksikan adalah the F-18 Super Hornet. So F-18 Super Hornet juga saya dah buat a very detailed review in terms of Super Hornet dan Hornet. You can tengok my link above. That was my review past couple months back. Dalam movie ni kita banyak tengok, because F-18 Super Hornet adalah the 4++ generation fighter plane, dan dalam movie ni juga the commander bagi tahu team Super Hornet ni supaya as much as possible do not try to engage dengan Su-57 Felon, because Su-57 Felon adalah the 5th generation fighter, and in fact if through the books, if follow the books, memang Su-57 Felon ni been known as having a super maneuverability capability. So that super maneuverability hanya dipunyai oleh Russian technology, except for the US. I think they have the F-22 lah, which is that is a separate discussion. So this is the Su-57 Felon yang featured sebagai the enemy plane fighting kepada F-14 towards the end of the show. So this is the 5th generation super maneuverability 5th generation fighter plane. So 5th generation is been given for fighter yang have a capability of stealth. So F-35 is having a stealth capability. So therefore F-35 is considered as the 5th generation. Same likewise for the F-22 Raptor, which is also fall into the 5th generation fighter plane, because the stealth capability itu tadi. So the main feature of the Su-57, sebenarnya saya akan buat special technical discussion about Su-57, sebab Su-57 having almost all features yang been having by the flanker, plus some more. So one main features ataupun new features yang been having by the Su-57, apa dikenali sebagai movable legs. So movable legs dekat bahagian depannya. So it is tak dipunyai oleh mana-mana fighter in the world. So that is for the super maneuverability, dan untuk for the spin resistant dan juga flat spin resistant, dan juga untuk to prevent commercial stall ataupun engine stall. That's why this fighter is categorized as a super maneuverability fighter. For your information, it is not yet in production. Still, kalau tak silap saya, dia hanya ada beberapa unit saja, less than 10 unit, which is been used sebagai prototype and testing. It is not yet in mass production tapi memang in the Western they have studied this so-called the 5th generation fighter, which is mempunyai apa yang kita kenali sebagai supernumerary capability So in terms of the apa orang kata, the reality of the story tu, the authentic, saya rasa dalam komen-komen, of course towards the end tu banyak CGI lah, because there is no way American can have the Su-57 with to their arsenal. Of course there is totally CGI lah. Cuma the dogfighting tu between F-14 dan Sukhoi tu very very nice So I believe dalam movie tu the Tomcat yang being used of course is not the real fighter, not like F-14 being used pada Top Gun 1986, sebab Tomcat F-14 Tomcat pun sudah decommission, jadi towards the end of the movie tu adalah CGI. Cuma of course Tom Cruise kata banyak scene dia adalah bukan CGI, that is during the training session so during the session menggunakan di F-18 Super Hornet. So cuma dalam cerita kali ni Super Hornet since it been known as fighter and attacker, so in the Top Gun Maverick ni F-18 Super Hornet been used sebagai attacker lah, yang mana digunakan sebagai to perform the air to ground mission The flight of the F-18 tu of course Tom Cruise menggunakan the real plane. So dalam, kalau you guys tengok the review, Tom Cruise spend a lot of money dalam this production untuk make dia punya actor experience the real in the fighter plane jadi they will feeling all the G's dan sebagainya. Jadi for those yang tak familiar what is meant by G, negative G's, what is 9G's, what is significant for 9G, saya akan buat another talk on the G's itself, what is 0G's, what is negative G's, and what happened, what is they call dalam movie tu digunakan terus seperti G-lock, what is the G-lock dan sebagainya. Jadi on that one saya akan buat another talk on that particular subject saja. Okay, dalam Top Gun Maverick, F-18 kali ini digunakan sebagai attacker rather than of course ada juga scene yang mana Tom Cruise gunakan ia sebagai sebagai fighter. Tapi the training and the mission yang dilakukan, which is meletupkan uranium enemy itu, adalah di mana F-18 digunakan sebagai attacker plane So for those yang tak tahu what is the difference between attacker and fighter dia punya feature adalah dogfight ataupun ACM, air combat maneuver, which is air to air, so air to air. Tapi apabila macam F-18 it also designated sebagai F-A, yang mana F-18 mempunyai capability sebagai attacker. So the function of attacker adalah to perform air to ground so air to ground mission, so menjatuhkan bom, light bomb dan sebagainya. So it is not totally bomber, tapi we can consider it sebagai light bomber, whereby F-18 digunakan sebagai sama ada sebagai CAS, close air support kepada ground troops, ataupun melakukan mission bom seperti dalam Top Gun Maverick di mana F-18 digunakan sebagai pengebom, position pengebom untuk meletupkan uranium enemy tu Okay, overall saya bagi 9/10 untuk Top Gun Maverick. Storyline dia sebenarnya personally saya lebih suka kepada Top Gun 1986 sebab dia involve up and downs, emotion, joyous, reckless, kemudian dia feel guilty. So banyak up and downs motion dalam Top Gun yang pertama. Tapi untuk Top Gun Maverick kali ini, those kind of motion up and down tak banyak. Tapi for those yang interest dalam the technological dan juga action pack, of course Top Gun Maverick is memang for you guys. Okay, as I mentioned, towards the end of the scene, waktu the dogfight, you'll be seeing that the F-14, okay, the the main features dalam Top Gun 1986 been flown again by Tom Cruise, dan Tom Cruise gunakan Tomcat, F-14 Tomcat untuk dogfight dengan Sukhoi 57. Of course lah, Tomcat menang walaupun theoretically, in practically there is no way untuk Tomcat can win over the Su-57 Felon jadi in terms of for those yang love the action, definitely towards the end of the part scene tu, waktu dogfight tu, during the ACM tu, air combat maneuver between Tomcat dengan Sukhoi Su-57 ni memang superb and Sukhoi performing all sort of maneuver yang it has, as I mentioned, Su-57 is very well known as a super maneuverability fighter plane, not like the F-14 Gen 4 category. That is the real capability, but again, this is all the CGI lah, because there is no way American can fly the Sukhoi, sebab Sukhoi 57 ni still in the prototype production testing stage. There is no way been sold to any countries. There is no way, that totally the CGI. Dan of course F-14 itself pun dah been grounded way back in 1990, mid 1990s so of course towards the end tu adalah the CGI tapi for the first part of this the Top Gun Maverick, whereby they do all the training dan sebagainya menggunakan F-18 Hornet, itu adalah the real scene whereby kalau you tengok dalam dalam dia punya trailer yang sebelum ni, memang Tom Cruise spend a lot of money, let dia punya actor naik kapal terbang dan learn how to video shoot by themselves and etc. So the face motion and etc. tu of course dalam F-18, the real plane F-18 Hornet. Of course bukan dia orang yang fly so of course they are using the F-18F, whereby they are two-seater, yang mana actor tu will be sit behind. That is termasuk Tom Cruise himself lah, mana boleh Tom Cruise fly F-18 because you need the license not the license, because that is the military plane there is no way civilian people can fly that plane Tom Cruise sebenarnya personally asked to fly the F-18. Of course there is no way dan military don't allow it. And more than that adalah the F-18 is very costly and it more costly than the production yang be made by Tom Cruise by itself. So of course all the footage been shoot by using the F-18F, which is two-seater, and all the actor adalah acting dekat by sitting behind there is a Wizo adalah weapon officer punya seat ada behind there. Jadi they learn how to shoot the video by itself, when run it, take what is the best angle dan sebagainya before they shoot. So the actor tu juga belajar cinematography, when to shoot, how to shoot, what to set, and etc. So the actor tu been trained as well dalam cinematography punya subject tapi yang more important ni adalah the realism, all the G's and the face being pulled by the G tu adalah the real by the actor tu, as if they are the one who fly the F-18 tu. The action pack definitely Top Gun Maverick is very very best walaupun banyak scene yang so-called tak logik macam mana Tom Cruise can simply fly the plane without authorization, so they can suddenly they fly kunci kereta pun nak pakai kunci start kan. So yang ni Tom Cruise boleh fly anytime saja without authorization from personnel dan sebagainya. Dan the last scene tu macam mana Tom Cruise fly the F-14 enemy tu pun lagi funny so boleh naik terus boleh fly but anyway this movie kalau tak best pula Okay, so anyway, guys, I give the 9 to 10 rating for this movie because it is full of action pack. Towards the end of the apa ni the movie tu, even though it is CGI, tapi in terms of the sound system memang best. Kalau ada orang boleh tertidur kat dalam cinema tu, saya tak faham lah kenapa. And then all the action pack and cinematographic memang best. So guys, I hope that's all my short review, and I hope you enjoy it. InsyaAllah saya akan review another time, another line regarding apa ni, aviation technology. With that, I end my talk and hope to see you again. Assalamualaikum.